My name is Jeff Brull, and I want to thank you for taking a look at my application today. However, I did want to put together a short video that features some of the student athletes, coaches, administrators that I've worked with in the past. Hopefully this video will give you a clear representation of who I am and, more importantly, how I fit into your program. So I hope you enjoy the video, and thank you very much for your time.
All right, let's see. Coach Brull, man. Coach Brull is one of the coolest dudes out there.
Hi, my name's Sierra Bookless. I'm going to be a senior at Dodge City High School. I've known Coach Brull for about 3.5 years, and I'd like to share with you how greatly he's impacted my life.
My name is Dalton Brand. Jeff Brull was my lifting and football coach throughout high school, and he was one of the most impactful coaches that I've had.
Hi, my name is Amaya Perez. I'm going to be a senior at Dodge City High School. I've had Coach Brull my freshman, sophomore, and junior year of high school for strength and conditioning. That includes summer workouts, morning workouts, during school workouts, and so I've got to know this man pretty darn well, and I can tell you it's a blessing. It's really a blessing to get to know Brull.
Hi, I'm Senior Airman John Whitman. I'm currently going to Air Force Academy Preparatory School. Before that, I was a helicopter maintainer stationed in Aviano, Italy for the past 3 years. I want to start off this video by thanking y'all for giving me a chance to get back to the man that has given so much to me and my family. I am truly blessed to have him in my life. I've known Coach Brull for over 7 years now, and in that time he's been my football coach, weight room instructor, and most importantly, a mentor and someone I can look up to.
This is Solis.
And I'm Logan Starnes.
And we just wanted to make this quick video to show appreciations of Coach Brull and everything he's done throughout our 4 years of high school.
We really wanted to highlight how he's impacted our academic and athletic lives and basically all around.
I had a chance to work with Jeff out in Russell, Kansas. Jeff was our weightlifting instructor and football coach, and I was our head basketball coach while we were out there. So Jeff and I worked together not only as him being the head coach of football and me being basketball, but we were also on the same football staff together for 4 of the 5 years that I was out there.
You know, what all could be said about Jeff Brull? This is a guy who would do anything for anybody, whether he knows you or not. I mean, I have nothing but the utmost respect for Jeff. He is a reason why I am where I am today. I took a chance on a guy, and then as I got around him, I began to learn his craft, which is the human performance world. How can he do what he needs to do to help athletes or people get better? And that's what it's all about for Jeff. It's not about him, it's not about his family. It's not about how far his career can go. It's at that point in time who he's working with, what is needed for them to be better.
You are not going to find a more humble man, someone that works his tail off without feeling like he needs to be recognized. He knows he is extremely good at what he does, and he is so good with the kids and administrators and getting people to buy into the weight room. He is truly ahead of his time in the weight room with programming and technology. I've known Coach Brull for 5, 6, 7 years now. I served on his staff when he was the head football coach and strength and conditioning instructor over in Russell.
I don't think I've ever met anybody else like Coach Brull that has as much energy as he does at 6 in the morning. I don't know if that's like supernatural power the dude has or what, but it's like he wakes up with 1,500 milligrams caffeine pouring through his veins.
Coach Brull is he's one of the first ones that's in the building coaching 0 hour, and then one of the last ones to leave, whether it be because of football practice or because he's coaching off-season weights programs, conditioning programs. He is always there making kids better at their sport.
I've noticed that some of the coaches on the Dodge City staff were coming in, they're being great coaches and stuff, but then you have Brull. And Brull is the guy that no matter what, we had 6 a.m. workouts. He would come in the morning and he would be the most enthusiastic man, and he would want everyone to succeed. He was always there for everyone's maxes. Everyone wanted him to spot you because he was just there for the kids, and it was amazing to see what he did with me and what he did with a bunch of other kids.
Coach Brull is one of the hardest working people I've ever met. He gives 110 into everything he does and never quits, which makes him such a great leader. He's also one of the funniest guys I've met.
The man has not changed since the day I met him. He is someone who gives 100% and then some in everything he does. and truly looks out for and cares about his students and players. The consistency of his work ethic is stellar. In my time in the Air Force and before that, I'd never met someone who could every day show up and give the same amount, and that same amount be phenomenal. Man is everywhere doing everything he can and does not give himself enough credit or gives himself a break.
You can just tell when he's in the weight room. He has that presence that draws you to it. You know, you could completely be against weights and, you know, like, but he's the type to make you be like, okay, I like this. You know what I'm saying?
Mr. Brull is honestly one of the best teachers ever. He is a man that is so full of energy, so full of life. Like, you immediately walk into the classroom, he's like, okay guys, let's have a good day, you know, he gets you pumped up.
And Brull, he lights up any room he walks into, and he just knows how to make every single kid feel welcome. He is the most passionate coach I've ever met, and he just cares about anybody. He cares about everyone, no matter who they are.
No matter what he talked about, he spoke with a passion that left you no doubts where his heart and mind were at when it came to coaching. I've always been really inspired and try to take notes from people who really care and enjoy what they do for a living. And being around Coach Brull has made me put a big focus on what I put my time and energy into, why I feel like hard work is probably one of the most gratifying things in life and will get you a lot of the way there to anything you pursue. And whatever you do pursue, put passion into it.
He's probably one of the most influential coaches I had in my athletic career as a total, from middle school to high school athletics and even into college athletics. He was always there to help me and guide me, and if I ever needed somebody to reach out to, he was always that helping hand that was there. We stayed in touch, and he's probably been one of the best helps through life that I can think of.
Like, he brought so many new things to our high school. Like, he brought iPads to our weight room. Like, what? iPads and sensors for lifting? Come on now. But it was cool. You just put a sensor on your arm and it tells you your reps, how fast you were doing it, how much weight you were moving, how fast you're moving it, your depth. Calculated all that. It was awesome. Yeah, he brought a ton of new stuff, made everybody faster, just with all the programs, everything that he did, so much research that he put into weights coaching. Just his passion for it is amazing.
How he gets kids to buy in is incredible. Every kid has a close relationship with Coach Brull, and he knows how to push them. He knows how to program for each and every single kid. It's incredible. I don't understand how he does it, and every time I talk to him, when we check in with each other, bounce ideas off of each other, he's coming up with something else that's like that rack situation I told you about, you know. At his current school in Dodge City, a big school, high school in Kansas, southwest Kansas, he has iPads on each rack, and he's using free lap timing, and he is on the cutting edge.
When I first moved to Dodge City and started school here, Brull sort of took me in as one of his own, and he worked with me because my old school wasn't as advanced as here, and that was almost 3 years ago. And since then, Brull's pushed me harder than I've ever been pushed every day.
First thought that came to my head was, he's the real deal. I never saw someone coach how he coached, with so much emotion and so much passion in what he loves to do. Not only does he enjoy doing what he does, but has the knowledge that encourages every kid to do without hesitation. Coach Brull brought so many new techniques and ideas to our weights class that I never knew about. He made me develop into an athlete I never knew I could reach, and he honestly made me fall in love with the gym once I started to see progress. Without Coach Brull, I know for a fact me and my teammates last soccer season wouldn't have ended the way as they did, undefeated state champs.
I think one of the main reasons why I won my state title right there is because of Coach Brull. He was always pushing me. He was always asking me how I'm doing, you know, just asking me the right things that I think should be asked.
Jeff is just a very honest, you get what you get with him. He knows his stuff in the weight room, unlike anybody else that I've come across. If I had a chance to hire a weightlifting coach and he were interested in applying here in Southeast Kansas, I would take him in a heartbeat, just because I know the kind of person he is, the passion he brings, and how good he is for kids.
He really gets to know his student athletes, and he takes that time out of his day to spend time with us and really help us get to be better athletes. Like, both of us are gonna be college athletes, and I don't think we'd be where we are without him and his work. He just works on building each athlete to be stronger, and he doesn't pick and choose. He always, he'll come up to you in class, ask you how your day was, get to know you, you know, really. Like, when I first met him, I thought he was a football coach. I wasn't expecting him to be a nice guy, but he was actually one of the nicest guys I've met, and probably one of the best coaches I've had at DCHS.
He always found whatever, true potential somebody had inside of them, and brought that out of them.
Right now I'm going to college to be, and my major's teaching and coaching, and he inspired me to do something like that, and I just hope I can be half the man he was. He taught me a lot of things on the field. He gave me a chance when nobody else would. He coached me the way I believe athletes should be coached, and when we were in the classroom, he motivated you to be what you thought you could never be. He was that guy, and he made you that guy, and without him, I don't know where I would be or what I would be doing with my life.
He adapts, he grows from second to second. He sees what they call the coach's eye. He has a really dang on good coach's eye. He is the epitome of high school sports performance. I try to model myself after things he does, and I know he try to model himself after things that other people does, and not taking ideas, but it's how can I make it fit my athletes. He's one of the best in the nation, in the world.
Overall, just without him being my personal coach, seeing him coach others is on a spectrum that not a lot of coaches are.
Our kids showed tremendous gains in the weight room while we were there, and I've had a chance to follow his career as he's moved on to Dodge City, and see some of the things they're doing in the weight room there, as well as I know a couple of coaches at Dodge City that speak really highly of him as someone who is really invested in the kids and invested in those programs.
And looking back at it now that I'm an athletic trainer, I'd say probably one of my more favorite parts of his programs he had for us was he understands that progressive overload pretty well. He understands that injury prevention starts in the weight room, which is something I wish all strength coaches would understand, because it makes jobs like mine a lot easier. He's always updating his programs with new evidence. I remember it was probably a year and a half ago, he actually gave a presentation about velocity-based training, and it was actually pretty interesting to listen to.
Helped me get faster, stronger, and helped me get mentally tougher. He pushes you every day in the weight room and on the field because he wants what's best for you, and he knows that you can give more than what you think you can give. He just has that mentality, and he'll believe in you more than you believe in yourself.
I was always a pretty good mental player, but physically I was smaller. And he was really good at recognizing not only physical attributes, but heart, character, those really discipline, those really important things that really create a player, and then build the physicality around that through just pure blood, sweat, and tears.
I could tell the impact he had on not only the football and strength and conditioning programs, but also the city as a whole. He always wanted to get the team involved with projects inside the city, branding, which is still used today over in Russell, Kansas. The One Russell idea, where we're one community, we have to have each other's backs, and just building this whole team mentality through the city.
Coach Brull's time management is amazing. When we would lift and when we would have practice, he would always be organized. He would always be have a timer up to when to switch drills or when to switch the certain lift that we were doing.
But I think out of everything Coach Brull does, I say the most important thing he does is that he understands that the key to building a successful program, it all starts with the culture that he instills in his players and his athletes. He knows without that culture that no matter what he does, it's always going to fail.
I would do anything to play another down for him. He turned young kids into great men.
You want to make him proud of you. Like, you see the effort he puts into you, and you want him to be proud. You don't want to disappoint him. He really puts in so much individual effort into each and one of us.
Basically, to close the video, you know, we just want to say actually like thank you to him, because he has really done a lot for us, and he's impacted the way we see sports and how we are going to see our next coaches. You know, we want them to be like him. He's such a good coach that I think he's probably, like, for me, like, my cross country coach is good, but he is probably for weights one of my, like, I see him as the standard. Like, now I'm gonna think, I hope my next weight coach is just like him.
I became a better athlete and a person under Brull's coaching, and I know I'm not the only person that would say that.
I'd like to say I'm glad I got the experience to be coached by Coach Brull.
But Brull's the type that you look up in the stands and you see him. You know, you can, if you're not looking at him, you can hear him. He's cheering you on. I can hear him say, yeah, Maya. You know what I'm saying? I know all my other teammates can hear that as well. And that doesn't go unappreciated, and that's hard to find. You know, it's hard to find coaches that truly, really are going to be there for you at all times, for any event, for any sport. And I think that's just what's awesome about Brull. Like I've said, I'm sure he's irreplaceable, and you'll hear that from many of the other athletes that you're hearing from today. I don't know, Brull, we appreciate you. We love you.
Being able to make this video, to me, means a lot. He has given me so much, and I would not be the person I am today without him. And to be able to give back in just the slightest amount means the world to me. I feel like I'm indebted to that man more than I like to admit. He has been there and has been a role model, and you're getting a good man with Coach Brull. Thank y'all.